Hi everyone. So today we are with Dr. Suvankar Datta. He is rank 9 in AIMS June 2020. Welcome, doctor.
Hi, thank you.
How are you feeling?
Well, the feeling is, great. You can't explain this feeling. You can only you cannot, uh, you can't explain that how you're feeling. It's just after you see your rank, you can believe that you have finally achieved what you have dreamt of achieving for like the last 5-6 months.
And it's so commendable that you have achieved this rank in spite of the COVID situation. And there was so many hurdles in that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm from Kolkata, so we had Amphan also at that time.
Right.
So we didn't have electricity for like 3 days.
Oh
So
my
it was a very difficult situation. But if you are ultimately you have your goal in mind and you have to work towards that, whatever hurdle comes in your way, you will have to overtake that.
So let's get back to, have you given the NEET exam this time?
Yeah, I get the NEET 2020. My rank was around 13,000.
18,000. Wow, you have jumped from 13,000 to just single digit rank. So good, so good. So first of all, I think I would like to know that when actually you started with the preparation.
I'm from Jipmer. I did my MBBS there. So there the culture is very different from what we see in the other places in North India. So we enjoy our internship. It's very difficult.
Right.
So it's just like internship finishes, we come back to our rooms or we go party and come back. So I started preparing only after our internship.
Okay.
So that was in January.
Right.
So I had around 5 months before the AIMS exam.
Right. So we would want you to actually dissect the strategy, what you have applied from the NEET exam up till AIMS exam, what all you did in that period.
Yeah. It's a very, I won't say it's very difficult, but I think if you have the correct strategy, you can crack AIMS. It's not very difficult because these Central Institute exams, they tend to ask from very specific topics. Their faculty has specific interests. And if you keep that in mind while you're studying, cracking AIMS is possible in 5 to 6 months. So when I went to Delhi for my preparations, I had your Preplanner app. And from that, because I knew about a lot of faculty who are there in your dream team now, like Apoor sir. Then I knew about Sonu Panwar sir. So throughout the journey, I ensured that whatever subject I'm completing, I'm done with all the questions regarding the subject, whatever it's possible, and also that whatever mistake I am doing, I have to come back and analyze why I did those mistakes, because you tend to repeat the same mistakes again when you give. So you just need to make sure that your thinking process is changed after you have got a wrong answer, so that next time you do not make the mistake, which is very important. So my main strategy was to finish the subjects in 3 months, and first revision for around 1 month. And because we thought the exam will be in May, so we had only 4 months. So my idea was to finish the first revision in less than 1 month and last 7 days for the second revision. But we got a little bit more time than that. Yeah.
So who were your particularly favorite teachers for these subjects which you have covered from the app?
Okay, so if we start from first year, then I did all 3 subjects from your apps. So Rajesh Kaushal sir, then Vivek sir, then biochemistry also. Smiley ma'am's that rapid revision was very helpful, and her tricks which she taught. Then second year, Sparsh Gupta sir, I don't need to mention him. And Govindra Garg sir, his book also, like I had read only Govindra sir's book during my MBBS also. So and it was always good to see his videos and all his tricks for helping us remember. Then Sonu Panwar sir was like amazing. I mean, the way he makes microbiology, like it's a fast subject, and he tells in such a crisp way that you will remember ultimately. And apart from that, third year subjects, I did not get much time to do third year subjects because AIMS exam, the major focus is on the first and second years.
First and second.
So yeah, surgery, Pritesh Singh sir was amazing. I mean, I had his book during my final year, and after that, I I saw a few of the rapid revision modules of surgery, and it was amazing. Then medicine, Deepak Marma sir, like I knew certain topics which I had not done before. So those topics I did from Deepak Marma sir's videos.
Okay.
Then pediatrics, Meenakshi Bothra ma'am, some of the modules were really helpful in pediatrics. Then orthopedics, Apur sir was there. So even there also, like Apur sir is the best ortho teacher in the country. So there's no doubt about it. So yeah, I think the Prepladder faculty team was very helpful, and it was instrumental in me getting such a good rank.
Right. So since you have prepared in just 5 months, right? So
yeah.
You have majorly concentrated on the online platform. So what advantages did you find while your preparation? What was your experience with the online platform?
Yeah. So I think one thing which online platforms have helped everyone throughout the country is that democratizing knowledge. Because previously all of us knew that we have to go to Delhi to like attend the classes of these famous teachers, but now you can do it from any part of the country, right? So that's a huge thing, and that has also pumped up the competition as well, because now everyone has the same access to the same knowledge, which was previously there only in a particular region. So I think that helps a lot. And also one more thing is that sometimes you attend a class, you might not be listening properly in that class, and you might have missed some important concept. But in an online, if you are doing an online module, you can always go back and again see that module. So definitely helps, especially when you have to do certain topics, which is key for Central Institute exams, the topics. So if you won't have much time, right, to do the entire subject. So you can just select those specific modules from the online platform. Like I used Prepladder. So I used to see those modules, and then you can just do the topics which you want to.
So did you, in your last few weeks, did you watch the videos, or you solved the question bank, or you just revised the notes? What was your strategy?
No. Last few weeks was only about revision and revision. Right. That's it. I gave the mocks, and so whatever mocks I had given, I noted down whatever mistakes I did. And the last 2 weeks, I only went over the mistakes which I had done.
You have perfectly planned the mistakes what you were doing, and how do you deal with your weak subjects? Actually, everybody has a weak subject, so how did you manage that?
Yeah, so the idea is to take your weak subjects, make it strong, but at the same time, you should not leave your strong subjects, because it will because medicine is very volatile, right? You will ultimately forget whatever you have read very well for 1 month back. You might not remember even 30% or 40% of what you remembered at that time when you gave the test for that subject. So my main strategy was, and one more thing was that I believe in the science of memory. So I planned with my friend with whom I was staying in Delhi. So we ensured that we are following spaced repetition, because we knew that that everyone who has got a good rank in NEET will be preparing for the AIMS exam. And so the only thing which can help us is to retain more stuff in a shorter amount of time. And I cannot leave everything to revise in the last few weeks. You have to revise the subject after 1 week, after 2 weeks. If you can plan that properly, you can do that.
So basically, the revision has played a major role.
Definitely, without any doubt, yeah.
So you have made a very planned schedule for your revision, also for your weak subjects also, and that have helped you to achieve such a good rank, right? So how different this time the AIM exams was from the previous exams? Obviously, this time they have just asked the single best answer questions, and there were not much clinical questions, right? So
yeah,
how was the experience with that?
So I was very unhappy actually when I sat for the exam, because I had prepared solely for the AIMS exam.
Okay.
So, and it's very different from what you prepare for NEET and all. It's very focused, the preparation for AIMS.
Right.
And when I gave the exam, I was feeling like there were some questions which I might have read long back during my MBBS, but I forgot this because those topics were usually not asked in AIMS. So I felt bad, but at the same time, certain topics which are usually stressed upon, like trauma and general surgery. So those I always thought with those subjects.
So just
And I think that kind of balanced it out. But overall, the paper was very atypical. It was not the typical AIMS, and I don't think the people who are preparing for the next AIMS exam should be like keeping this paper as a standard, because this was made in a lot of haste and they changed the pattern at the last moment. So that was also one more chaos. Like I came to know about that only just a day before the exam, that the pattern has changed. So I decided, okay, I can't change whatever I have not done now. So I just prepared. I didn't do anything else for that. Whatever I had already prepared, I revised and went.
Great. So just talking about the topics of the AIMS exams, can you highlight for the students that which particular topics they should be concentrating for the AIMS exams if they are just targeting the Central Institute?
Yeah, if you are targeting the Central Institute exams, so if we take subject by subject, so for anatomy, they tend to ask heavily the cadaveric images. So you have to be, the Google search is a very good way, to be very honest, to see, because usually the online platforms will show you images. They're excellent images, no doubt about that. But Google search, if you just search cadaver in that, and for a particular region, you can just see the various images which are there. And most likely one of those images will turn up in your exam. Okay. So cadaveric images play a very important role. Second thing which AIMS is asking now is surface anatomy.
Okay.
And they are, so this is something to keep in mind. Definitely one question is being there from surface anatomy. The level of difficulty varies, but it will always be there. So if it's good if you are thorough with the surface anatomy.
Right.
Then the in ANAT, always histology and general anatomy plays a very important role in AIMS. So that is very important. Then head and neck and neuroanat, you have to be thorough. Upper limb and lower limb, it's only the atlas and the cadaveric images, nothing else.
Right.
All right. So if we come to physiology, physio, it's all about Ganong pictures. And I would suggest that don't waste your time reading whatever is in Ganong, the full, because I never read Ganong during my MBBS.
Right.
So, and when I first started reading Ganong in February or I think March, so I really liked Ganong a lot. So I wasted some 3 or 4 days reading Ganong, and then I realized that, okay, agar aisa chalta raha, to then I'll have to read physio only and give the AIMS exam in December. So I decided, okay, bro, you have to ultimately do only the images and whatever is written below the images. Just read that and leave that. Because ultimately I did not have time to revise also whatever I had read. So be very focused, know what you have to do, and do only that much. Because you have to ultimately revise what you have done.
Right.
In biochemistry, I think your rapid revision course is very helpful. You can go through that. And like I had given the USMLE. So actually I read only my USMLE book for biochemistry.
Okay. And
molecular biology, you can just go through any review book which you have. And that will be good enough for biochem. Then coming to path, Sparsh Gupta sir's lectures are more than enough for path. It's better to go through Robbins pictures of 4 systems. One is the lungs, breasts, then GI, and one more was I think CNS. I'm not very sure about it. I forgot actually, sorry. So you go through these 4 systems and you have to be very thorough with your hemat and your general path. General path also, if you want to be more selective, you have to read the chapter about apoptosis. That's very important. And neoplasia. These 2 are the only ones which I revised before going, because I didn't have time much. Hemat, you have to be very thorough with CD markers and all. They will ask anything. They can ask anything from CD markers. So you have to know exactly why the particular cell has this CD marker, how it got the CD marker, and what it signifies. It's very important for AIMS. Now coming to pharma, actually I did not read pharma everything. I only read my TND notes, and apart from that, diabetes, opioids, antimicrobials, and general pharmacology. These four will cover more than 70 to 80% of your exam.
Right.
Yeah. Then this was about pharma. So path, pharm, micro. I think like whoever is preparing, they will know. It's all about general microbiology. Bacteriology also. It's just about the identification, and their main stress is on parasitology and virology.
Okay.
Don't waste your time reading everything about bacteriology. Read parasitology in full detail. Everything. Like this time they asked a question about pipe stem fibrosis of the liver. So it's very difficult to answer that question if you have not seen a picture of that pipe stem fibrosis.
Okay.
Right. So like I also could not answer that. When I came back only, I realized, oh, acha, ye to pipe stem fibrosis tha. So these kind of questions, they have a habit of asking very weird questions in parasitology, and it's very short, so you can cover that in a very if you prepare well. Yeah. Coming to your forensic medicine. Forensic medicine is all about toxicology, and snakes. You have to know how to identify snakes, how the seeds appear, and sometimes you like they will ask you very tricky questions. Like this time they asked something about seeds of Nigella sativum. So like the other options, you only have to eliminate the other options. Otherwise, there was no like no one will read about Nigella sativum, right? Okay. So you have to like when you're in the exam hall, you have to keep your mind open, use a little bit of intelligence, and answer when you're going through that. Yeah. So I think these are the first and second year subjects. These focus on mainly these two, and medicine, surgery, and all. Medicine, they can ask anything. I did not study medicine actually. Whatever I had studied during my USMLE and whatever I had studied by integrating pharma, path, and all, only that much was enough. Like they don't ask very tough questions from medicine. And surgery, I think a rapid revision course is more than enough for that surgery. And read trauma well, read general surgery well. Then community medicine, it's very weird. I mean, they used to ask biostats, but now they're not asking biostats. And now they are relying more on the programs, new programs. So you have to be very thorough with the programs. And I don't know, you have to make intelligent guesses in the exam.
So what yes, from your detailed topic-wise discussion is that you should go from the standard book images. You should go through all the images because most of these questions are asked. Also, your base should be strong. Your first year and second year should be very, very strong.
First year and second year is must. That is very important.
You have just less time and you have to do few subjects. Then you should always concentrate on first and second.
Yeah.
So, Swankar, before we end this conversation, I just want you to just brief or summarize the few key points which all the students and your juniors should keep in mind before preparing, because obviously they'll be looking up to you for the advice.
Yeah. So, guys, I mean, many of you might be starting your preparation now when you're seeing the video, and some of you might have already done your first reading. So everyone is at different stages, but wherever you are, it is possible. Like because like I had a 13,000 rank, and I got a rank 9 in this AIIMS exam. You just have to be very focused, motivated, and you have to keep your goal in mind that this is my goal. I want to study in the topmost institute of the country, right? And so you have to give your 100%. There is nothing like 95%. Like ठीक है, social life तो था, अभी कुछ दिन के लिए halt करना पड़ेगा उसको. So like I was a very social person, but I completely halted everything like after Jan, February. So if you have that in mind, you will be successful. Work hard and luck will always be in your favor.
My best wishes are with you. Which branch are you taking this time?
I'm not quite sure about it. I'm interested in medical devices. I've done some work in that field. So I'll ask my mentors and faculty and then decide about it.
Congratulations on your achievement. You have done a great job, and we'll be in touch so that we can share all the strategies and all your goodwill with us, right? Thank you, Suvankar. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. Bye.